Okay, people, this is July 12th, 2018. I'm just going to do a little update on this little house over there. I'm telling you, people, something needs to change in society. There's many paths I can go down on this one. But I'm gonna focus on Sierra. Now, we know why I got the house, right? It was because Sierra needed housing and there was no housing, right? And long story short, she got booted out of there, right? Because basically what's been going on in that house is the people who took it over, right? Her so-called friends, they've been like renting out the shower. They charge people to go in there and have showers, laundry, that type of thing. It's been a revolving door with people moving out, getting kicked out, moving in, getting kicked out, moving in, want to leave, disappear. Some people have just fucking disappeared, fill out their rent to intent forms and then just fucking disappear. Right? Because people are being harassed in there, people. That's what's going on. There's bullies in there. There's bullies that taken over the house, basically. And I call them on their bully behavior. I say, you're fucking bullies. You gotta stop being bullies. Right? And so anyway, they kicked out Sierra right in the beginning of June, basically. And like, she had been already a few times in and out, right? And, you know, I had to stand my ground saying, like, nobody's been kicked out in terms of the first people who've moved in. Right? You know, she needs a room, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, they ended up getting her out of the house. And then the one that helped get her out, they kicked her out 2 weeks later. Don't ask me how that one worked, people. They used one girl to kick out Sierra, and then they turned around and kicked out that girl. And they're doing what they want, basically, right? They ended up paying rent cash to the landlord, cut off all their welfare checks, thinking that just because they did that, I still wouldn't be doing books on the house, right? Because initially it started off with the foundation people. So the eviction notices for the people to vacate comes in for August 31st. They've received their eviction notices. They've had it verbally. They've known it for months. They knew it from the first day that they've moved in, that it was only 6 to 7 months tenancy. Right? They moved in January. Well, they actually took possession of the house. I took possession of the house in January. And they started, well, some moved in January and more came in February. And then it's been a revolving fucking door with a lot of fucking hustle in there. Everybody's a gangster. Only some are more bullies than others. Right? So, to get to the gist of it, one of the bullies is always being robbed. Every fucking day from somebody. Well, maybe not every day, but every week. Every week somebody's fucking robbing this person. Because it's a cycle with them. They're robbing off of each other. Right? That's why they get kicked out. Because so-and-so robs so-and-so, and then so-and-so robs so-and-so, and it's just a big fucking... It's all the time. It never ends. Somebody's getting robbed. Right? Well, apparently Sierra's doing all this robbing, even though she has nothing. They kicked her out of her fucking house, right? Took all her fucking clothes. She had no clothes, nothing. Right? Tisha has given them money that Sierra supposedly owed. I've given them money that Sierra has supposedly owed, and Sierra still owes money. And she's now telling me, right? But she's been in the hospital pretty much for the last month. Right? Getting some of her medical issues dealt with because, you know, her arm exploded. Some vein in her arm went poof. And then there's some other issues that she's getting done. Right? And, so, she's telling me that this bully, you know, one of these bullies, because there's more than one. Just some bullies are bigger bullies than other bullies. Anyway, making threats to punch her out. Because what started off as maybe she owed him $20 is now $200 because he's taxing on tax. And like I said, people, there have been people there that actually have come to my house and have told me that that place is a fucking gong show. And that, you know, they're not going back because it's fucking crazy in that place in terms of being out of control. This is how I find out that, you know, people are being charged for showers. using the laundry and that type of thing, right? Or whatever else goes on in that house. Because people come and tell me. I could be up by the walnut tree and people will tell me, and I don't even know those people, what's going on in that house. And I have absolutely no control of it because these people think they're fucking gangsters. But yet they're all on welfare. How does that work? How does you be on welfare and be a fucking gangster? I don't think there's not one person that goes in that house that has a legitimate job and does nothing but a legitimate job. In terms of get up, go to work, put in fucking 8 hours and go home. 5 days a week. Hold on. Anyway, this camera's getting on my nerves. So, basically, this bully accuses everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, of robbing him. That's all he does. Every fucking week, somebody new has robbed him. How is it that possible that somebody can keep robbing one person week after week after week, month after month after month? As he's running everybody out of the house because he can't fucking control them. As he's charging people whatever he's charging for, well, maybe not him, but the people in the house are charging for showers for people to come in off the streets because they got no place to go. To take a fucking shower. And God knows what else they do in there, because I ain't going to get into each and every detail, right? And, when in fact some of those people that live in that house are robbing each other. They just don't know, the others just don't know it. Because again, I hear different stories of what's going on in that house. Right? And I called the person, I said, look, you're always driving up and down, and I said, like, Sierra telling me you got a whole bunch of people going, I said, she telling me you're making threats to punch her out. This is my daughter, Sierra, who's dying, people. Who's sick. They fucking know she's sick. They fucking took her house and they fucking trashed it. That's what they did. Right? They trashed it for their own fucking benefit, and they're completely out of control with their own fucking lives, so they gotta go around and make everybody else miserable around them if they can't fucking control them 100%. And that's basically what's going on in that place. Right? As they're bullying me, bullying the landlord, just bullying. Right? He goes, hey, well, it won't be me who fucking does it. It'll be the bitches in the hood that we're gonna punch her out. It's gonna be the bunch of women that punch her out. I said, why? Oh, because of me. I said, because of you? Well, yeah, because she owes me money. I said, what? Well, she told me that you're overinflating it with tax. Extortion money, right? Oh, no. I said, I thought we went through this just fucking last month. Didn't Tisha give you money? Didn't I give you money? Like, how many times do we have to give you fucking money? Right? And he's not man enough to fucking talk to me about it, so I'm like, so when I go back over there, briefly, I said, come outside and talk to me. And I don't want this to fester. You don't need to be fucking dealing with this, right? Like, why do you want to go out and be miserable when you leave this house? Why do you want to make everything so ugly? Why do you want to destroy it? Like, really? What started off as something good and was supposed to be good is fucking being destroyed because of fucking bad attitudes and gangster attitudes, which, like, look what it did to ShaMay with gangster attitude. What, and here's the thing. Cops don't want to do fucking shit anything about ShaMay. Right? But they know that people are running around here using fucking fentanyl to kill people. But that's the thing. If they take ShaMay and they charge the fucking killer of ShaMay, then they'd have to go around and start charging more people. And they don't want to charge anybody. Because as soon as they take that one person and they charge that one person for fucking murdering somebody by hot capping them, they're gonna have to start going after all the other little fucking welfare gangsters in the fucking neighborhood that do that shit. Because that's what's going on. Because we don't have guns in Canada. Right? Cops took care of that. Not like in the United States. So in the United States, when people kill people, they normally use guns and knives. Although fentanyl is starting to, find its way into those communities down there. So people are dying off in droves in fentanyl. But nobody's being charged for it, just like here in Canada. Because if one gets charged for murder, then anytime somebody dies from fentanyl, the cops are going to have to investigate to see if it was an actual murder or if it was an actual overdose. And I can tell you, people are being murdered out here with this shit. That's what I mean by this gangster attitude needs to stop. Because it doesn't accomplish anything. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. Unreasonable. And you ain't got a pot to piss in. So why you're fighting so hard not to be able to have a fucking pot to piss in, and then you expect people to help you? You know? You want another landlord to step up to the plate and give you a house to rent so you can trash that one and abuse everybody else that walks through the fucking door? Have your male bitches, you know, following you around like, I don't know what. With your little gang of bitches running around beating up on sick people that are homeless that got kicked out of their own freaking houses? As they are being robbed and choked and all this other shit that was going on with Sierra? Right? Stupid. Stupid. Stupid, people. Stupid. I help people. I still, despite what's been going on in this house, I have people that come in front of my front yard and they're crying. I say, what, you know, I'm standing there, I'm looking at them, what's wrong? One woman asked me if I had any tampons. I said, no. I haven't had my period since I've been 40, and I'm 57. So that's not something I have around, right? And as for my daughter, well, one's dead. The other one's homeless, right? And the other one just had a baby, so there's no tampons around the house. Then she asked me for some socks. And I said, well, gee, you know, I'm kind of short on socks. But she said, well, anything will do. So I just grabbed some mixed match socks and said that's all I had. And she took 2 socks that didn't match. And she was very grateful to have that. And I gave her $20, people. I gave her $20 out of the kindness of my heart. So she could go buy herself some tampons and maybe something to eat. Who knows? Right? Just the other day, walking down the road there talking to somebody that's homeless. Right? He's telling me about that house and how it's stupid. It's stupid. It's a stupid house. You know, and I'm like feeling bad for him because he's the kind of guy who could have benefited from that house. So I gave him a $20 bill. Well, these ones are running around threatening to beat up my daughter over $20 fucking dollars that got overinflated for $200 because the guy that's causing all this trouble, thinking he's a Mac Daddy to all the girls in the neighborhood because he hires out the fucking shower. You know, he rents it out, right? And him and his crew that overtook that house. Because if you call him on it, he'll say, oh, it wasn't me, it's not me, it's, you know, I'm not the only one. Yeah, well, whatever. But yet, you tell me if my daughter gets beat up, it's because of you, because those girls want to beat Sierra up because of you, because Sierra robbed you. But yet, you sit in Sierra's house. Right? Disrespecting the people that got you that fucking house. I mean, I'm just like, tick-tock, tick-tock, the clock's just fucking ticking. Then you wonder why normal people don't want to fucking help. That's, you know, right? I feel bad for the homeless people that could benefit from a house. But, you know, it would be overtaken by a bunch of fucking wannabe fucking gangsters. Right? With the gangsters watching the gangsters. Gangsters watching gangsters as they're murdering each other off. And the cops ain't doing shit about it. Because if they charge one fucking killer, they'd have to go after more fucking killers in the neighborhood. When it comes to fentanyl. Because we don't have really guns out here. Makes too much noise, right? Guns are loud. You know, you can leave a trail with the dust and everything, right? Knives, blood all over the place. People screaming, right? You know. And that's what I said. Like I told him, like, get rid of the fucking gangster attitude. You know, I already lost one daughter because of it. So I told him, I said, look, something happens to her, I know where to look. I know who to send fucking who to. Right? Point the finger at you next time. Right? Because 2 weeks ago, you were fucking fine. Last time I checked, Sierra hasn't been there for a month and a half. So how the fuck she owes you all this money, I don't know. Because she's basically been in a hospital. And where's all her fucking clothes? Where's my collection box that was in your room? That disappeared. Why am I not surprised, though, right? Anyway.
Well, we're gonna call welfare on you.
I said, go ahead. Go fucking ahead. Because so can I. Not that I would. But if I get audited, it's all there, people. Black and white. It's all there. And remember too, people, this landlord is given me, right? And still, it still stays as is. After these people move out, I can have people come in and recycle the wiring, the copper, recycle the appliances, the light fixtures, whatever I want, whatever we can recycle. They think they're going to do it, and honestly give the foundation half the money, but like I said, it's just a bunch of hustlers in there, people. There's no half the money. Right? So, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to... All you have to do is just vacate the house, and the people in the neighborhood that do that stuff already got their eyeballs on it, and they sneak in the middle of the night and they take what they want anyway. Right? It's just, it is what it is. It's like you'd have to hire a security guard just to keep them out. So by the time you get in there and try and recycle it, there might be nothing left. Right? Especially if everybody's got a bad fucking attitude, and that's what's going on around here, because everybody thinks they're big and bad with a $375 welfare check for rent. When they aren't asking for money back because they gotta buy shampoo or dish soap because it's house money, even though they don't treat it with any respect. And they rent out the fucking bathroom and the laundry room to every Tom, Dick, and Jane in the neighborhood that's homeless and has no other recourse but to pay whatever it is they're being charged to fucking take a shower in that place. As they lie to me about it. But yet, I could be up by the walnut tree or walking down the fucking road and people come up and tell me what's going on in that place. And they call it a fucking gong show. Right? So, all I'm saying is, if Sierra gets beat up, I don't think she'll make it, because that's how sick she is. And if these guys want to be homegrown fucking terrorists, well... I guess we'll just wait and see.